Trees are the foundation of a beautiful landscape. They create structure, provide shade, and add a level of elegance that flower beds alone can't achieve. But here's what many people don't realize. You don't need a huge budget to get that lush designer garden look. With smart choices and a bit of patience, you can build a space that feels like a private botanical escape without spending a fortune. So get comfortable, grab your favorite drink, and let's look at 7 impressive budget-friendly trees that look high-end and refined, yet often cost less than a dinner out. 1. Japanese maple. We'll start with one of the most elegant trees you can plant, the Japanese maple. It's often seen as the symbol of refined garden design. When people imagine tranquil, upscale landscapes, Japanese maples are almost always part of the picture. Their finely cut, hand-shaped leaves and naturally artistic branching give them a sculptural presence that instantly elevates any yard. Even a small specimen looks intentional and luxurious. What surprises many gardeners is the price. Young Japanese maple trees are frequently available for under $40. With just a few years of growth, that modest investment can become the visual centerpiece of your garden. Their real magic is in their ever-changing foliage. In spring, leaves emerge in soft greens, golds, or rich reds. Summer deepens those tones, while autumn transforms the tree into a dramatic display of fiery reds, oranges, and yellows. It feels like watching living artwork change with the seasons. Planting tips. Japanese maples prefer partial shade, especially protection from harsh afternoon sun. They do best in well-draining, slightly acidic soil and benefit from shelter from strong winds. Care advice. Less is more when it comes to pruning. Their natural form is part of their beauty. Keep them well watered during hot weather, particularly in the first few years. Once established, they're surprisingly tough and easy to maintain. If you want instant elegance without a luxury price tag, few trees deliver like a Japanese maple. 2. Crepe myrtle. Next is the crepe myrtle, a sun-loving favorite that delivers bold color and long-lasting impact. Stroll through warm climate neighborhoods in midsummer, and you'll spot crepe myrtles lighting up the streets with clouds of pink, purple, red, or white flowers. These trees don't just bloom, they put on a full performance. What sets them apart is how long they flower. While many trees finish blooming in spring, crepe myrtles keep going for up to 3 months. Even when not in bloom, their smooth, peeling bark adds texture and visual interest throughout winter. And they're incredibly affordable. Young trees often sell for $25 to $30, and they grow quickly, giving you noticeable results in a short time. Planting tips. Full sun is essential, and at least 6 hours a day. They're not picky about soil as long as it drains well, and once established, they tolerate heat and drought with ease. Care advice. One common mistake is over-pruning, often called crepe murder. Heavy cutting ruins their natural shape. A gentle trim in late winter is all they need to stay healthy and beautiful. With extended blooms, attractive bark, and fast growth, crepe myrtles offer year-round appeal and designer-level presence, all on a very friendly budget. 3. Birch trees. Few trees can elevate a garden as effortlessly as birch. With their luminous white, peeling bark and delicate, fluttering leaves, birches bring brightness, texture, and natural elegance to almost any landscape. Even on gray or overcast days, their pale trunks seem to glow, instantly giving your yard that refined, professionally designed look. What makes birch even more appealing is how affordable they are. Bare root birch saplings often sell for as little as $15 to $20, and even container-grown trees are usually budget-friendly. It's one of the easiest ways to add a designer feel without spending much at all. Why they feel luxurious. The contrast between their silvery bark and surrounding greenery is striking. Their slender form adds softness and movement, and their leaves shimmer and whisper in the breeze, creating a calm, almost magical atmosphere. Planting tips. Birches prefer cool, consistently moist soil and plenty of sunlight. Keeping their roots shaded is important, so mulch or low ground cover around the base helps protect them from heat stress. Care advice. Water regularly while the trees are getting established. Once mature, birches need very little pruning and can thrive beautifully for many years with minimal attention. Planted as a single statement tree or grouped together in a natural-looking cluster, birches bring light, serenity, and sophistication to your garden, all at a surprisingly low cost. 4. Dogwood trees. Few ornamental trees embody classic elegance like the dogwood. In spring, dogwoods erupt into stunning clouds of white or soft pink blossoms, instantly turning an ordinary yard into something that feels formal, romantic, and refined. Their beauty continues long after the flowers fade, making them a true four-season tree. Through summer, dogwoods maintain rich green foliage that looks full and healthy. In autumn, their leaves shift into dramatic shades of crimson, burgundy, and purple. Many varieties also produce clusters of bright red berries, which not only add color but attract birds, bringing movement and life into your landscape. Despite their luxurious appearance, dogwoods are surprisingly affordable. Young trees are commonly priced around $30 to $40, and they grow at a manageable pace, making them ideal for small to medium-sized yards. Why they look high-end? Dogwoods offer something beautiful in every season. Showy spring blooms, lush summer greenery, vibrant fall color, and graceful branching in winter. That kind of year-round interest is usually associated with expensive landscape designs, yet dogwoods deliver it on a modest budget. Planting tips. Dogwoods prefer partial shade, though they can tolerate full sun if their roots are kept cool and moist. They do best in rich, well-drained soil, and a layer of mulch helps retain moisture and protect the root system. Care advice. Dogwoods require very little pruning. A light trim every few years is usually enough to maintain their elegant shape. Consistent watering during dry periods keeps them looking their best. Whether planted near an entryway, along a walkway, or as a focal point in the yard, a dogwood instantly adds refinement and charm, delivering a polished, upscale look without the upscale price tag. 5. Redbud tree. Few trees capture the feeling of spring as effortlessly as the redbud. Before most plants even wake up, this tree puts on a breathtaking show. Bare branches suddenly become coated in countless pink to magenta blossoms, glowing against the still cool landscape. What makes it even more striking is that the flowers appear not just at the tips, but directly along the branches and trunk, giving the entire tree a soft, luminous haze of color that's impossible to ignore. After the bloom fades, the redbud doesn't lose its charm. Delicate, heart-shaped leaves emerge and form a gentle, graceful canopy that looks straight out of a storybook. Through summer, the foliage stays fresh and lush, and when fall arrives, those same leaves shift into warm shades of yellow, offering one last burst of beauty before winter. Why it feels high-end? Redbuds have a refined designer look that you'd expect to see in botanical gardens or professionally designed estates. The unusual flowering pattern and romantic leaf shape give them instant visual impact. Despite this upscale appearance, young redbud trees are surprisingly affordable, often priced between $20 and $40, making them one of the best value trees for elegant landscaping. Planting tips. Redbuds are flexible and easygoing. They grow well in full sun or partial shade and adapt to many soil types, as long as the soil drains well. They dislike standing water, so avoid areas that stay soggy after rain. Care advice. Regular watering is important during the first year while the tree establishes its roots. After that, redbuds handle dry periods well and need very little attention. Occasional light pruning can help shape the canopy, but otherwise they're naturally well-formed and low maintenance. Planted near a walkway, patio, or garden seating area, a redbud turns your yard into a springtime spectacle, delivering elegance, charm, and seasonal drama without the premium price tag. 6. Hawthorn. Hawthorn trees are often overlooked, but they're one of the most rewarding ornamental trees you can grow. In spring, their branches fill with dense clusters of white or soft pink flowers that release a gentle, sweet fragrance into the air. The effect is classic, romantic, and surprisingly luxurious. As spring gives way to summer, hawthorn trees settle into a rich cloak of deep green foliage, providing structure and fullness to the landscape. Then autumn brings another transformation. Bright red berries appear in abundance, lighting up the tree and attracting birds, which adds movement and life to your garden. Why it feels high-end? Hawthorns offer multiple seasons of interest. Blossoms in spring, lush foliage in summer, and vibrant berries in fall. That layered, ever-changing beauty is exactly what defines expensive, professionally designed landscapes. Yet hawthorns are among the most budget-friendly ornamental trees available. Bare root plants can cost as little as $10 to $15, making them an incredible bargain for the impact they deliver. Planting tips. These trees prefer full sun and well-drained soil, but they're remarkably tough. Hawthorns tolerate wind, cold winters, and periods of drought, which makes them ideal for gardeners who want beauty without constant upkeep. Care advice. Maintenance is minimal. A light prune after flowering helps maintain a tidy, rounded shape, but otherwise the tree takes care of itself. Hawthorns are resilient, dependable, and long-lived. Perfect for gardeners who want lasting elegance with minimal effort. Together, redbuds and hawthorns prove that a refined, designer-style garden doesn't have to come with a designer price. With smart choices like these, you can create a landscape that looks thoughtfully curated, rich in seasonal beauty and full of life, all on a modest budget. 7. Serviceberry. Serviceberry is one of those rare trees that quietly does everything right. It offers refined beauty, seasonal color, and even edible fruit, all without demanding much effort from the gardener. In early spring, it's one of the very first trees to come alive, covering its branches with delicate clusters of white blossoms, while most of the landscape is still waking up. As spring fades into early summer, those flowers give way to small, round berries that resemble blueberries. They're sweet, juicy, and completely safe to eat. Birds are especially fond of them, but they're just as enjoyable for people. Perfect for fresh snacking, baking into pies, or turning into homemade jams. When autumn arrives, the serviceberry delivers another transformation, lighting up the garden with fiery shades of red, orange, and golden yellow. Even in winter, when leaves have fallen, its smooth, silvery gray bark adds subtle elegance to the bare garden. Why it looks expensive? Serviceberry provides something few trees can: true four-season interest. Spring flowers, summer fruit, autumn foliage, and winter structure all combine to create a landscape that looks professionally designed. This level of year-round appeal usually comes with a high price tag, yet young serviceberry trees are often available for under $30. Planting tips. Serviceberries grow well in full sun or partial shade and prefer soil that stays moist but drains well. They're highly adaptable, thriving just as easily in urban yards as in rural landscapes, which makes them a reliable choice for many different environments. Care advice. During the first year, water young trees consistently to help them establish strong, deep roots. Once settled, serviceberries are tough, low maintenance, and generous, rewarding you with beauty, wildlife activity, and fruit year after year. Planted near a walkway, patio, or window, a serviceberry brings constant motion, color, and life to your surroundings. It's the kind of tree that subtly elevates an entire garden. Graceful, ever-changing, and affordable enough to make you wish you'd planted more than one. 8. Star magnolia. When people imagine magnolias, they often picture towering trees with massive blossoms found in grand estates and formal gardens. While many magnolia varieties are indeed large and costly, the star magnolia delivers the same sense of luxury in a smaller, more garden-friendly form. Its compact size makes it perfect for modest yards without sacrificing drama. In early spring, and often before leaves appear, the star magnolia erupts into bloom, covering itself in striking white or pale pink star-shaped flowers. The display is unforgettable, instantly making a garden look polished and thoughtfully designed, as if a professional landscaper planned every detail. Why it looks expensive? The blooms are large, elegant, and fragrant, instantly drawing attention. Their refined shape and soft color create a high-end, sophisticated look, yet young star magnolias are commonly available for less than $40. Planting tips. Choose a spot with full sun or light shade and fertile, well-draining soil. Sheltered locations are best, as strong winds can damage the delicate flowers during early spring. Care advice. Star magnolias require very little upkeep. Pruning is rarely needed beyond removing dead or damaged branches. Regular watering during dry summer periods helps young trees establish, after which they'll reward you with dependable beauty year after year. 9. Ornamental cherry. Few trees capture elegance and romance quite like an ornamental cherry. In Japan, the tradition of hanami, gathering to admire cherry blossoms, celebrates beauty, renewal, and the fleeting nature of life. You don't need to travel across the world to experience that magic. You can create it right in your own garden. Why they look expensive. In spring, ornamental cherry trees burst into clouds of pink or white flowers that transform ordinary yards into breathtaking scenes. Even after the petals fall, the tree's graceful form and smooth bark continue to add refinement. Despite their luxurious appearance, young ornamental cherry trees are often available for just $30 to $40. Planting tips. Plant cherries in full sun with well-drained soil. Choose a location where they will be easy to admire, near a patio, deck, or window, so their spring display becomes part of your daily view. Care advice. Water regularly during dry periods, especially while the tree is young. Pruning needs are minimal. Simply remove dead, damaged, or crossing branches. Give them space as roots spread over time, and avoid planting too close to buildings or paved areas. 10. Linden. If you want a tree that offers both visual beauty and an unforgettable atmosphere, the linden, also called basswood, is a remarkable choice. With its soft, heart-shaped leaves and dense canopy, it provides generous shade and a peaceful presence in the landscape. Its true magic arrives in early summer, when clusters of small, pale yellow flowers open and release one of the sweetest fragrances found in nature. The scent drifts through the air, creating a calm, almost enchanting experience. It's no surprise that linden honey is highly prized for its delicate, floral flavor. Picture stepping outside on a warm evening, surrounded by the gentle perfume of blooming linden trees. It feels indulgent, serene, and timeless. Why it looks expensive? Lindens grow into graceful, symmetrical trees similar to those lining historic streets in cities like Paris or Vienna. Their stately shape instantly gives a property a refined, upscale appearance. Surprisingly, young linden trees often cost only $20 to $30. Planting tips? Lindens prefer full sun and nutrient-rich, well-drained soil. Make sure to give them plenty of space, as they can grow large and impressive over time. Care advice. Water young trees consistently during dry spells to help establish deep roots. Once mature, lindens are hardy, durable, and require very little maintenance. In return, they provide shade, fragrance, and beauty for generations. How to find affordable trees that look high-end. Now that you've seen 10 trees capable of elevating your garden without draining your wallet, let's talk about where to find them at truly budget-friendly prices. 1. Local nurseries and garden centers. While large chain stores usually stock only the most common options, independent local nurseries often offer better deals on young trees, along with expert advice you won't get elsewhere. Ask about bare root trees, especially in late winter or early spring. These cost significantly less than container-grown trees and often establish faster once planted. 2. Community tree programs. Many cities and municipalities run tree planting or environmental initiatives that provide trees for free or at heavily reduced prices. Check with your local council, parks department, or environmental groups. These programs are one of the most cost-effective ways to add beautiful trees to your property. 3. Online tree suppliers. Ordering trees online may seem unexpected, but many trusted nurseries now ship healthy, young trees directly to your door at very reasonable prices. These smaller trees adapt quickly after planting and often grow faster than larger, more expensive specimens. Online shops also tend to carry ornamental or uncommon varieties that are hard to find locally. 4. Seasonal clearance sales. As summer winds down, many nurseries discount trees to clear space before fall arrives. A tree priced at $50 in spring can often be found for $20, or even less, during late summer clearance events. This is the perfect time to grab premium-looking trees at bargain prices. With a little patience and smart timing, you can create a garden that looks professionally designed, without paying luxury prices.